Dickson, wake up! Samuel Yeager of the Berlin Police Service. Open this door. It's Samuel Yeager of the Berlin Police Service. It's about time you opened the door. Still sleeping in, are we? You did that when you were in the police service.
I did no such thing, Yeager. Someone attacked me in front of my house last night.
Oh. Stop with the stories, Dickson. Your horse and carriage are out in the stable, and here you are inside the house.
I have no idea how I got here. They must have used my keys and...
Likely story. Do you deny exiting the side door of the Bank of Montreal last night?
The bank?
Yes, across from the Walper.
Well, I was on an errand and I had to...
something, sir.
Bring it here, Becker. Anything you want to tell me, Dickson?
No. Found this hidden in the kitchen.
Why is this in your house?
That's impossible. I placed that in...
this hidden in the back of a drawer.
Well, that's not mine. I don't even own a gun.
Save it for the judge. You're under arrest, Dickson. What? You're hereby charged with the theft of what appears to be a J.M Schneider recipe.
But that's ridiculous. I was hired...
And the murder of Carl Schaefer, assistant manager of the Bank of Montreal.
Josiah, what are you doing here?
I've arranged with the court to have you confined at your home for your own safety. You did put some of these prisoners here. The jailer should be here soon to let you out.
What? How did you even know I was here? Isabel's away in Toronto and our housekeeper's on holidays in Nova Scotia. But...
News travels fast in a small town, Detective Dickson. Look, Stout helped me find Isabel.
You called Stout? Of all people, Stout! And as for Isabel, she doesn't need to be involved in all this.
Oh, that's where you're mistaken, Uncle. I can't even leave you alone for 3 days, and already you're in trouble.
Isabel, look, I know you want to help, but this is more dangerous than you know. Josiah and I can handle it.
Josiah works for me, not you. I hired him to defend you in court. You will listen and do as he says. I've also arranged for...
Sorry, Miss Izzy. The train was late.
You hired Demetrius?
I come to help you, my friend. I take no money.
Demetrius is here to join the investigation. He's also here to ensure you get home safely.
This is totally uncalled for. I'm completely capable of handling this problem by myself.
Problem? Your life is on the line, Uncle, and I won't have it. I don't know who did this to you, but if it's the last thing I do, I will not rest until that person is in this jail cell and you're a free man.
Where are you going?
I have an appointment to keep. Thank you, Josiah. I'll see you at the meeting.
Meeting? What meeting?
Don't let him out of your sight.
I will stick to him like glue.
From school! Finally, you finish. It is like you do not want to sing at the grand opening of the Berlin Opera House. 600 people in the audience, yeah? Enough. Have your people call my people, and they will call your people, and so on and so forth. Next!
Good luck. You'll need it.
If you are ready, sing. I do not want to watch. I just listen.
Poor wandering one, if such poor love as mine can help thee find true peace of mind, why take
has a familiarity to it, yeah, a sense of purpose, yeah.
Why, thank you. I'll have my people call your people. The Gypsy Queen, is it?
Izzy, what are you doing here?
I need your help. My uncle's been arrested for theft.
Detective Dickson, a thief? Preposterous.
And murder.
Oh dear.
I need your help.
You have it. When and where?
The house on David Street. As soon as you can.
Now, enough of this chit-chat. My people will call your people, who will call my people, etc., and so on and so forth. Next!
What are we waiting for, Isabel? The sooner we get started, the sooner we get to the bottom of this.
Patience, Uncle. That should be the final member of our team now.
Our team? More like her team. I've never seen her like this.
There's no stopping her, Detective. You're like a father to her.
An attack on you is an attack on Izzy.
Evelyn Parks. Well, it's been a while since the Castle Kilbride case. And who's this with you? Your niece?
This is none other than Victoria Bromwell.
From the Rio McCoy train disaster.
I wish you'd quit calling it that.
Stout's words, not mine.
Victoria's in my charge while her parents are in Europe. She's either locked in her room at the Walper or by my side, and she insisted on tagging along.
I want to be a detective, just like you, Izzy.
Sounds all too familiar, doesn't it, Isabel? What goes around?
Yes, yes, enough dilly-dallying. Take a seat, ladies. Let's get down to business. I have gathered this team because, unlike in past investigations, my uncle cannot go out to investigate potential suspects.
I hardly think that Police Constable Becker is going to stop me. I'll just slip out whichever side of the house he's not watching and be back before he knows it.
You could do that, but you won't. Look, if you get caught, Crown Attorney Bowlby will consider that an attempt to flee, then back to jail you go. Furthermore, a jury would not look favorably on it.
Jury? I thought it would be just the judge.
Not in a murder trial.
And besides, we'd ask for a trial by jury anyways. It allows us more time to investigate.
And avoid the sole judgment of a single individual.
It makes perfect sense. I'm sorry. I'm at my wit's end with all this.
As you should be.
I need to get caught up here. What exactly happened, Detective Dickson?
We're all in the dark. Tell us about the night before you got arrested.
I was returning home from an appointment when I saw a body in the road ahead of me. I reined in my horse, grabbed my lantern, and jumped down from my carriage. I approached the body and bent over to inspect it, but before I could, someone grabbed me from behind and covered my face with a cloth. I struggled, but to no avail. I woke up the next morning on the Chesterfield. I could hear knocking and shouting at the front door. It was Detective Emil Jaeger from the Berlin Police Service.
Jaeger, he replaced you, yes?
He did.
And Detective Jaeger's sworn statement states they found a horse and carriage in the stable. It goes on to state they found a recipe and a revolver in this house.
I don't own a gun. I never have. And I personally placed all those recipes in a safety deposit box at the Bank of Montreal.
Do you have a witness, a bank employee perhaps?
The only witness was Carl Schaefer, the assistant bank manager. He lived 2 doors down the street from the bank. He let me in the side door of the bank after hours.
Then he can tell him, right, Izzy?
He can't. Schaefer's body was found the next morning in the bank. Someone had shot him.
They think I did it. But he was still alive when I left the bank.
What possible motive would my uncle have to shoot Mr. Schaefer?
Well, the report claims that J.M Schneider's recipes would have great value to interested parties. Your uncle, instead of placing it in the safety deposit box, changed his mind, took the recipes, and when Schaefer tried to stop him, your uncle shot Schaefer to avoid any witnesses to his crime.
That's all speculation. I mean, who even saw me enter and leave the bank that night?
They have a witness. Pop Phillip. He manages the old Berlin Opera House, just...
The back of the Walper. It fronts on Queen Street. The Bank of Montreal is just across the street, fronting on King. He saw me enter, did he?
Well, no. But he saw you leave by the side door. There's no sign of Schaefer leaving with you.
As it happens, I'm doing a Pinkerton investigation on Pop Phillips, the nature of which I cannot reveal, but I can certainly see if his story will check out.
And I will contact the coroner. I'd like to know more about that gunshot.
I can arrange that as a part of the defense team.
But why did you take the recipes from the bank, Detective Dickson?
Yes, my friend. You were hired to do this?
I was. By none other than J.M Schneider himself. He asked me to come to his meat shop on Cortlandt. This is quite the operation you have here, Mr. Schneider. I had no idea.
Call me JM. Everyone does.
Even your employees?
Especially my employees. They're like family to me.
I've heard that you started making sausages after a work accident at a button factory, Dominion, I believe, at King and Railway.
When I left my father's farm as a young man, Jacob Shantz hired me. For $1 a day, I worked 10 hours each day, 6 days a week.
But you injured your hand. Was that before or after you were married?
After. I met my Helena at the Swedenborgian Church of the New Jerusalem.
That big church at King and Water, yes. And Helena is from the Ahrens family, if I'm not mistaken. Her grandfather started their shoe business here in Berlin.
And her father built the 3 houses on Cortlandt. We live in the one next door. You know much about me, Detective Dickson.
It's my business to know a lot about everyone. For example, I know that you built your business in what appears to be a house on the outside.
If the business didn't do well, I could change the inside and sell the building as a house.
I know that as well. What I don't know is why you've asked me here today.
I have been told that you are someone I can trust with my most valuable assets.
And those are?
My recipes.
Your recipes. Well, certainly you can trust my discretion with the utmost confidence. But how does this involve your recipes?
They are the keys to my success. Should they fall into the wrong hands, I want to be able to ensure that I can prove that they are mine in a court of law.
So lock them up in a safety deposit box at your bank.
I intend to do just that at the Bank of Commerce, even though I'm not particularly impressed with their service.
So what's my involvement in all this?
You will secretly make sure that my recipes are secure at the Bank of Montreal.
And which ones are the real ones?
Yours, of course. I don't want anyone to know that they are there.
So, if someone were bold enough to break into the commerce and attempt to steal your recipes, they would come up empty-handed.
I am a cautious man, Detective Dickson.
That you are. And it's served you well so far. Very well. Let's discuss the details. And that was 4 days ago.
Who else knew about this other than you, Schaefer, and J.M Schneider?
No one that I know of. I can't speak for the other two.
And who would want those recipes?
I asked the same question of J.M. He said that his success has not gone unnoticed. Besides butchers here and elsewhere, there are other people who think that they might get into the business too. Jake Morton is one such person he mentioned.
Where is this Morton?
He works at the Dominion Button Factory. He's been heard to boast that anything J.M. can do, he could do better. Perhaps you could...
I will speak to him tomorrow.
Just a talk, nothing more.
If he talks, I will listen. If he doesn't, I will encourage him.
I can only imagine.
Better that you don't.
Any other suspects, Uncle?
Well, J.M. wouldn't agree, but Wilhelm Rohlater, his right-hand man, should be looked into. He may have plans to set out on his own.
And he likely knew about James' plans to protect the recipes. Anyone else?
No other thoughts at the moment.
There's much to learn. Little time. What about witnesses to your attack?
There was a light on in the upper room of the Schaefer house that night.
That would be their housekeeper. She would be the last to settle down for the night. I'll stop by tomorrow on my way to Schneider's.
And I'll check with Pop Phillips on what he saw that night.
Can I go too?
I was hoping you could come here, if that's all right with you, Detective.
Please, Detective Dickson. I won't be any trouble and I can keep you company.
I suppose that would be fine. Nobody could get into more trouble than Isabel.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. We all have our assignments for tomorrow. On completion, I want each of you to report back to my uncle. He cannot go out and investigate, so we will have to do it for him. Good hunting tomorrow. And Uncle, I'm going to need the shirt and tie that you wore that night. I'm having some forensic tests done on them.
Well, no one does that here in Berlin. You'd have to go to the Toronto Police Service.
Possibly. Just get me those items. I have a telephone call to make.
You're calling Stout, aren't you? Isabel, Bruce, you get back here!
Good morning, Mr. Phillip. We need to talk.
Frau Gutenberg. What happened to your accent? I don't understand.
I'm afraid I've been here under false pretenses. I'm actually a Pinkerton agent from Toronto, and I was sent here to observe you in your new operation.
Sent here by whom and why, pray tell?
Ambrose Small, the owner of the Toronto Grand Opera House. He hired me to look into what was going on here.
That arrogant son of a... He wants Abel Wolper to sell this place before I even open it. Why would you work for such a despicable man?
I don't, actually.
But you just said he hired you.
Well, he did, but he doesn't know that I'm a Pinkerton agent. I was sent here undercover to look into his gambling and horse race fixing.
Well, why are you here?
When Ambrose wanted me to size you up, I took it as an opportunity to come and size up your connection.
There is no connection, and if I have anything to say about it, there never will be.
Never say never. I just telegrammed my report to him this morning. You should pass with flying colors.
I'm thrilled. Now, if you don't mind, I have a grand opening to get ready for. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't already guessed, you're fired.
I'm working with Detective Dickson. I need to know more about what you saw outside the bank that night.
Oh, I've met Dixon a few times. He's a good man. I wish I could tell you more. I worked late at the Opera House, and when I left, I saw someone exiting the bank from the side service door.
And you're positive it was Detective Dickson?
Saw his face as clear as day. It was absolutely Dickson. He got in his carriage and passed by me on his way toward Cortland.
And you didn't see anyone else?
Not then, no.
Which would infer that you saw someone after Dickson left.
Well, as I was walking home up Queen toward Aaron Street, I saw someone enter the bank by the main doors on King.
And you didn't report this?
I was never asked.
May I help you? You may. I'm Isabel Bruce of Dickson and Bruce. We're neighbors.
The detectives. I'm sorry, Froy Schaefer's in mourning. She's indisposed at the moment. I will ensure that she receives this.
Marta Ziegler, isn't it? I'm here to see you, actually. I have reason to believe you saw what happened just the other night, 2 doors down.
The other night? I don't know what you mean.
Your room is at the front on the 2nd floor, is it not?
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
Your light was on that evening. My uncle noticed it and saw your curtain open as he passed by in his carriage.
I often read by the window. I might have looked out when I heard the carriage.
Did you continue looking?
Well, why would I do that?
I know for a fact that not much of anything passes by here late at night. It's as quiet as Victoria Park across the way.
Then why didn't you see the carriage? It stopped out front of your house.
I was away in Toronto. But in your own words, you saw the carriage stop. You were watching from your room, weren't you?
I really must get back inside. Froy Schaefer may have need of me.
Well, do give her my condolences.
I'm here to talk. So talk.
About what?
Why are you leaving by side door?
I'm just coming out to get some fresh air.
I don't think you want to talk.
I'll talk. Well, what do you want me to say?
Why did you take recipes?
Recipes? What recipes?
To make sausages. I hear you can make very good sausages.
Sausages? Did Reggie send you?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Look, I'll talk, but Put the gun down, will you?
You promise?
I promise.
Who is this Reggie?
I owe him money. A lot of money.
For sausage grinders?
No, for gambling debts.
So you leave by side door.
I don't have the money.
And you don't want to make sausages?
You can bet on it.
I'd give up betting if I were you. Well, you still can.
Mr. Schneider,
Can I help you?
I'm Isabel Bruce, Detective Dickson's partner and niece,
Yes, I've heard of you.
from the King family at Woodside.
How would you know that?
I did some work for them with my uncle. I know for a fact that they love your sausages, as do many here in Berlin.
If you're here to ask questions, your uncle already knows everything I do. How is Detective Dickson?
It's as well as can be expected considering the circumstances. And I do not know everything. For instance, you placed the recipes in the safety deposit box at the Bank of Commerce?
I did. I told Detective Yeager as much. He said that your uncle did not hold up his end of our arrangement.
You don't seem convinced.
I find it hard to believe.
As do I, which leads me to why I'm here. Who else knew about your arrangement with my uncle?
My wife Helena, of course, but she would not say anything. Neither would Wilhelm.
Wilhelm Rohleder knew?
He's like family, a German-trained butcher. He boards with us next door. I hired him just a year ago, and he's already added to our line of sausages.
Do pardon me for asking, but would he ever consider going out on his own?
I can see why you would ask this, but no, Wilhelm is more interested in working night and day making product than he is in selling it. He leaves that to me.
And he wouldn't need to steal the recipes, he already knows them.
He does. I trust him like a brother.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. I'll leave you to your work and get back to mine. There's much to do before we present in court.
Again, I do not believe your uncle did any of these things they say. I wish him luck.
He's gonna need it. Sorry to keep you. I had a phone call of some importance. So, Josiah, what happened at the court hearing today?
Well, I have to say, we're at a crossroads of a guilty verdict. The case against your uncle is very convincing. Crown Attorney Volby has provided a solid foundation of means, motive, and opportunity.
I have to agree. Their timeline all fits, and at this time we have no witness to the contrary.
I have a witness who said they saw someone else enter the bank after you left. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the first chance I've had to tell you. The proceedings were underway when I slipped into the back of the courtroom. Hop Phillips was leaving the Berlin Opera House that evening when he saw you exit the side door and ride off in your carriage. But as he crossed King Street toward his home on errands, he saw someone else enter through the front door.
Those doors would have been locked. Schaefer was the only person left inside the bank, so it would have been he who opened those doors. Well, that proves he was still alive.
Did Mr. Phillip recognize this person?
No, he did not.
Was it a man or a woman?
It appeared to be a man, but with a large cloak. It could have been a woman in disguise. I've done it myself a number of times as a Pinkerton.
I will add Pop Phillip to our witness list. Does anyone else have something we can go on?
I've heard from my source in Toronto, and forensics have confirmed that the collar of my uncle's shirt has traces of chloroform and Dover's powder, or a variation thereof.
What's Dover's powder?
It's an old sleeping remedy. It was very popular in the 1700s, but frowned on in the 1860s by the medical profession due to its reliance on opiates.
The chloroform would have knocked you out for a little while, but the Dover's powder would have meant that you stayed that way for several hours.
I could visit drugstores in town, see what I could find.
I have a feeling you won't find anything.
I suspect that whoever did this would have gone off the beaten track.
It's Dr. Beatty. Well, Dr. Beatty's drugstore in St. Clements. He happens to be a client of mine.
I'll take care of that. Demetrius, I'd like you to see William Rohleder at the Schneider store. He wasn't there when I visited. We should see if he told anybody else about the plan to protect the recipes.
He is not a suspect.
No, I don't believe so.
Just talk. No need for any encouragement.
What happened to the other recipes?
Suspect that whoever took them plans to sell them.
Where would they hide them?
Not in their house, that's for sure.
Not in their business. Too risky.
What are you getting at, Victoria?
Well, I'd hide them in the last place anyone would think of looking.
Indeed they would, Victoria. The very last.
Something to think about. In the meantime, we need a witness who saw the attack on Detective Dickson. Not one of your neighbors was brought to the stand today to testify.
I wondered about that. Not even to say they didn't hear a thing.
Maybe they were all sleeping?
Not all. There was that light in the window of the Schaefer house.
I talked to their housekeeper, Marta Ziegler. I'm convinced she saw what happened, but is too afraid of coming forward with it.
So someone has encouraged her not to.
Can you change your mind, Izzy?
I believe so, but she'll need protection.
Bring her here. But not until later this afternoon. I have something in mind that I'll need your help with, Evelyn. If Victoria could accompany you today, Isabel, I would appreciate it.
I can help you solve the case.
I can hardly wait.
Can I help you, ladies?
I'm looking for something to help my niece have a better sleep at night.
I keep having nightmares. It's awful.
I can imagine it is. I have patients with the same problem.
And what do you prescribe them?
I could recommend a variety of sleeping draughts. Have you heard of Harlot's malted milk?
Oh, we have not. I was hoping for something in the powder or tablet form.
Do you have Dover's powder?
That's an old remedy. I'm surprised you've heard of that. It's frowned upon today. What makes you ask for that?
So you don't have it.
I didn't say that.
What exactly are you saying then?
Who are you? You're not from around here.
I'm Isabel Bruce of Dickson and Bruce Investigation. And this is my associate, Miss Victoria Bromwell.
I'm helping Izzy solve the case.
And you think I have something to do with this?
I do. I have reason to believe that someone was here not that long ago and purchased Dover's powder from you.
What if he did? Frowned upon isn't illegal.
But how it's used could be.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Perhaps you should leave.
But Josiah's counting on us.
Josiah?
Josiah McCoy. He's my uncle's lawyer.
Well, why didn't you start with that? Josiah's helped me on many occasions. He's helped many people in this community.
So you'll help us?
If I can, I will.
I'd like to know more about the man who purchased the Dover's powder from you.
Find what you're looking for?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You're supposed to be upstairs asleep. Miss Park said that you were not...
Said what?
You told me Dickson was going to be taking a nap and should not be disturbed.
You must be mistaken. I've only just arrived. I followed you into the house when I saw you enter through the back door.
It's of no matter. I'm on official police business. They told me I should investigate for more evidence.
And went straight to that vase on the mantel.
So what if I did? I found the missing recipe.
How can you be certain? You haven't even looked at them.
Unless, of course, you already knew they were there.
Or put them there?
Now that's ridiculous. I never...
Oh, but you did.
And we're going to have a nice long chat about it.
So the lakes and islands are man-made?
They are. William Hewitt, his son Austin, foreman William Collard, and their workers dug everything up with shovels and horse-drawn plows. It was a busy summer last year. But don't ask my uncle, he couldn't stand the noise.
What, do the islands have names?
Well, they do. You see the large one over there with the bridge and the gazebo? That's called Ruse Island, named after William Ruse. He's a secretary at the park board and a huge supporter of the park. And you see the small one over there? It's called Swan Island.
How did they get the water in there?
Well, they rerouted Schneider's Creek so it flowed into it. Samuel Schneider, the son of Joseph and Barbara Schneider, you saw their farm over there on Queen Street. He sold the land to the town of Berlin and helped support what is now this beautiful park. And it opened on August 27th with much fanfare and fireworks.
And named it after me.
Oh, of course you, Victoria.
Why are you here again?
Oh, Marta, we were just about to call on you.
I don't know why you insist on badgering me. I've already told you everything I know.
I don't blame you for being afraid to come forward. Those two men who attacked my uncle were violent.
But if you don't, Detective Dickson is going to be guilty of something he didn't do.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I just can't.
Not even to punish the person who shot Mr. Schaefer? I heard he was always fair and kind to you, especially after you lost your housekeeping job at the Walper house. He took you on as his housekeeper.
I'm afraid that they will come for me.
Not if you stay with Detective Dickson and Izzy.
You'd be more than safe with us, I promise.
But what about Mrs. Schaefer? Who will care for her?
I'll arrange for her to stay with family until this is over.
So will you help us?
I'm here to see Wilhelm Rohleder.
You are looking at him.
My name is Dmitrius Shevchenko. I work for Detective Dickson. You've heard of him.
J.M. hired him to take the sausage recipes to the bank.
So you knew about Mr. Schneider's plan?
Yeah, I did.
He trusts you.
He does.
What do you do here?
Other than J.M.'s mother's sausage recipe, I create all the others and supervise how they are made.
And how did you get this job?
By missing my meeting with him.
That makes no sense to me.
Before that meeting, Klein Brothers on Benton offered me more money. While I was thinking about it, J.M. found me at the Concordia Club.
The club for Germans?
Yeah, top floor at Ontario and King. He offered me even more money, and I accepted. That was 1 year ago.
Did you tell anyone about the plan to take recipes to the bank?
Only Franz. But I trust him. He is my friend, and he would never tell.
Franz?
Franz Becker.
Becker? The police constable? You trust him?
Yeah, I do. And besides, it's the only recipe that is written down belongs to James' mother.
Before we begin, I remind the jury that you are not to make comment or talk to your fellow jurors during the proceedings. You'll have time enough for that when you deliberate in the jury room. For now, keep an open mind and listen carefully to both sides of the case in front of you. 2 days ago, you heard the prosecution's case by Crown Attorney Ward Hamilton Bowlby. Today, you'll be hearing from the defense attorney Josiah McCoy. You've had your day to gather your witnesses. Are you ready to present your defense?
I am, Your Honor.
Then proceed. Call your first witness.
I call J.M. Schneider to the stand.
Mr. Schneider, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Schneider, it has been established by the prosecution that you hired Detective Dickson to...
Counselor, for the record, would you please state Mr. Dickson's name in full? It's listed here as A.H.B. Dickson.
Well, my client would prefer to be called Detective Dickson.
A refusal to provide his full name will be considered contempt. I will rescind your request to have him confined at home, and I'll return him to...
I know Detective Dickson's name, Your Honor.
And you are?
Victoria Bromwell. I'm helping Izzy solve the case.
I know names for those initials.
And who are you?
I'm Isabel Bruce, Your Honor, Detective Dickson's partner and niece.
Very well. Proceed.
A.H.B. Alistair Horatio Bartholomew.
Thank you. Now sit down. Another outburst from either of you, and I'll have you both removed from the courtroom.
But that's not what you told me.
Judge Reed doesn't know that.
What if he finds out?
I didn't say they were my uncle's names.
Now that we've clarified that, you may continue, Counselor.
Mr. Schneider, it has been established by the prosecution that you hired Detective Dickson to secretly secure your sausage recipes in a safety deposit box at the Bank of Montreal. Why Dickson, and not, say, the Berlin Police Service?
I didn't want the police involved. Too public. I'd heard that Detective Dickson is an honorable and well-respected member of the community.
Objection. Hearsay.
Your Honor, I'm simply trying to establish Mr. Schneider's reason for hiring Detective Dickson and not someone else. This is his opinion based on what his family and friends all said about Dickson.
Objection overruled.
Other than you, Detective Dickson, and Carl Schaefer, who else knew about your plan to secretly secure your sausage recipes at the Bank of Montreal?
My wife Helena and my butcher Wilhelm Rohleder.
Do you believe Detective Dickson's guilty?
I do not.
Please, Your Honor, let's stick to the facts and not personal bias.
Sustained. You will keep to the facts, Counselor.
Yes, Your Honor. No further questions.
Cross-examine, Crown Attorney.
No, sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Schneider's testimony is already in evidence during prosecution.
You are excused. Next witness.
I call Emil Jaeger to the stand. Mr. Jaeger, how
Detective Jaeger.
Detective Jaeger. How did you know to go to Detective Dickson's home the morning following the incident at the Bank of Montreal?
This is already an established fact, Your Honors. Counsel casting a fishing line?
There is a fact, not an evidence, I'd like to pursue, Your Honor.
I'll grant it, but be sure you do. Do you need the question rephrased, Detective Jaeger?
No, I do not. On the discovery of Carl Schaefer's body by the bank's cleaning lady, I was immediately summoned to the scene of the crime. And while I inspected the crime scene, I sent my police constable, Franz Becker, to search for witnesses at nearby business.
This was not in your original testimony. Why not?
Well, it's standard procedure. I didn't feel it was pertinent.
Every detail is pertinent, Mr. Detective Jaeger. So it was Franz Becker who questioned Pop Philip of the Berlin Opera House and brought that information to you?
That is correct. As soon as I heard that Mr. Phillips saw your client leave the scene of the crime, Becker and I left directly for his house on David Street.
But isn't it true that at the time Mr. Phillips saw Detective Dickson, there was no evidence that a crime had been committed?
I do realize that my esteemed colleague is doing his best to prove his client's innocence. But the fact is that Dickson is the last person to see Carl Schaefer alive. Unless you have evidence to the contrary.
My point, Your Honor, is that neither Detective Jaeger or Police Constable Franz Becker looked for any other suspects. Instead, they went straight for my client. Isn't that correct, Detective Jaeger?
Well, there was no need. We had a murder weapon and the recipe in your client's home. Case closed.
Did you not question neighbors about Detective Dickson's claim of being attacked that evening?
I sent Becker to do that.
And it was Franz Becker who stated that there were no witnesses to the attack.
That is correct.
Your Honor, this is an act of desperation by defense counsel. Where's all this leading?
Make your point or move on.
No further questions, Your Honor. I call Marta Ziegler to the stand.
Yes, I'm the housekeeper for the Schaefers on David Street.
And on the night in question, did you or did you not witness an attack on Detective Dickson?
I did.
You will need to speak up, Miss Ziegler.
I did.
And what did you see?
Detective Dickson stopped his carriage and took his lantern over to something on the roadway. And when he bent over, two men hit him from behind and held him down. And then they carried him into the house while another man moved the carriage.
Thank you for coming forward, Ms. Ziegler, and corroborating Detective Dickson's statements. You're a witness, Crown Attorney.
Well, Miss Ziegler, it's quite the story. Now, you would have us believe that you saw all of that in the dead of night.
The outside light was on at the Dickson house. I could see them.
But not enough to identify these so-called attackers.
No, I could not.
Was it even Dickson that you claim to have seen?
It was his horse and carriage.
But not necessarily Dickson.
I believe it was.
I see. So, why didn't you tell Franz Becker about this when he interviewed you?
I did tell him.
Well, it's not in his report.
He must have left it out.
Now, why would he do that?
I don't know, but He did tell me to not ever mention it again. Not ever.
Mr. Phillip, according to Franz Becker's report, you saw Detective Dickson coming out of the bank that evening. Is that correct?
It is.
And you did not see anybody else around that time. Is that correct?
It is not. I saw someone else enter the front of the bank not moments later.
Why is this not in Franz Becker's report?
He never asked me.
There seems to be a lot of that going around.
Objection.
I withdraw my comment, Your Honor.
Miss Bruce, you've sworn into testimony that the collar on the shirt that the defendant wore the night of the attack contained traces of drugs that would have rendered him unconscious?
That is correct. Chloroform and Dover's powder.
Now, am I to believe that you're an expert in forensic science?
I am not.
You've been educated in the field.
Not formally. No.
Your Honor, I object. Miss Bruce just admitted that she does not have the training to support her claims. I object to her testimony and have it be stricken from the record, please.
Do you have any qualified proof to support your statement?
I do, Your Honor. This is a report from Nigel Aloysius Stout, one of Canada's foremost experts in forensic science, as well as a report from the Forensics Department at the Toronto Police Service. Both fully support my testimony.
Objection overruled.
Dr. Beatty, how long have you had your store in St. Clements?
Nearly 6 years now.
And largely, who comes to see you for their medicinal needs?
Mostly the black community, and at the odd time, the local Mennonites.
So, if anybody outside of these two groups came to see you, they would stand out? You would absolutely remember them?
Counsel's leading the witness and testifying for him, Your Honor.
Counsel will rephrase the question.
Your Honor, I would like to take over my defense.
Izzy, you hired me, so as we discussed, you need to...
You're fired.
Thank you, Izzy. As this is right, Detective Dickson will now take over his own defense.
Your Honor, this is more becoming of a circus than a court proceeding.
While it is highly irregular, it is not without precedent, and it is within the law to do so. You may proceed at your own peril.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dr. Beatty, who picked up the special order of chloroform and Dover's powder? Do you see that person in the room?
I do. It was that man.
Please note that Dr. Beatty has identified Police Constable Franz Becker as the person who picked up the medication used to render me unconscious and keep me that way until morning. As we have heard from witnesses, Constable Becker knew about the sausage recipes from his friend Wilhelm Rohleder. He neglected to ask Pop Phillip if he had seen anyone else at the bank that night. And he told Marta Ziegler never to mention what she had seen that night on David Street. And as we have just heard, it was Franz Becker who picked up the medicinal order from Dr. Beatty. On the morning when Detective Yeager and Constable Becker barged into my home, it was Becker who supposedly found the gun and the recipe in my kitchen.
Do you have proof that Franz Becker planted evidence?
Yesterday, Evelyn Parks, a highly regarded Pinkerton agent, witnessed Franz Becker removing the missing recipes from a vase on my fireplace mantel. She will testify as much. However, none of the recipes, not even the ones at the Commerce Bank, are real.
Is that true, Mr. Schneider?
It is, Your Honor. Other than my original sausage recipes, none of the recipes are written down. They exist only in the mind of my butcher, Wilhelm Rohleder. I wanted people to believe they were written down so it wouldn't put Wilhelm at risk should anybody want them.
Quite the ruse, Mr. Schneider. Perhaps you should have come forward earlier with this information. Please, be seated. So, it would appear that Franz Becker is now the suspect in this case and not you, Detective Dickson.
And if Your Honor so wishes, I will arrest him immediately.
Dr. Beatty, was it also Franz Becker who ordered the chloroform and Dover's powder from you?
No.
It was him who ordered it.
I encourage you to sit down.
What is the meaning of this? Are you saying that Detective Jaeger has something to do with this?
No, Your Honor. I'm saying that Detective Jaeger has everything to do with this. If I may proceed, Your Honor.
Crown Attorney Bowlby, do you object?
Do not, Your Honor. So there's more to this case than I was originally led to believe. Very much would like to hear what Detective Dickson has to say.
Very well, proceed. But is that gun really necessary?
If you want Detective Jaeger to remain in his seat, then yes, it is. While the evidence overwhelmingly points to Police Constable Franz Becker, what is his motive? Why would he simply not steal the recipes and be done with it? Why involve me at all? Well, I'll tell you why. In one word: revenge. For you see, in my time with the Berlin Police Service, I exposed Detective Jaeger's father for forgery and fraud. He went to prison for that, where he died not a month ago. You blame me for that, don't you, Jaeger? You concocted this whole scheme just to ensure that I suffered the same consequence as your father. Your plan was almost foolproof. When you discovered that Franz Becker was involved in an illegal gambling ring, you blackmailed him into doing your dirty work for you. He even purchased the gun used to silence Carl Schaefer that night at the bank. But Becker didn't do it. We have witnesses who will testify that Becker was involved in a high-stakes card game that night. Yes, revenge is a powerful motive. And your plan was nearly foolproof. You would likely have arranged for Becker to have an accident once I was sent to prison. But your one mistake was in ordering those knockout drugs in person, because you didn't trust Becker to do it properly. So now, instead of me, you will be going to prison for many years to come. I can't thank you all enough for all your help. To good days, happy friends, and victory. Cheers.
What? You've never seen a woman dressed up before?
Stunning.
Your jewelry is stunning. Did you buy it in Toronto?
No, in Berlin at John Anthony's.
Doesn't Martha look especially lovely tonight?
Izzy bought it for me. She insisted, but I still think it's too much.
Nonsense. You were very brave to come forward and help.
Wonderfully so, and I do thank you, Marta. As I do you, Victoria. You might just make a first-rate detective yet.
Come on, ladies. The carriage is out front. We better hurry. We don't want to be late for the grand opening.
Be safe and not too late.
I wouldn't wait up if I were you, Uncle Angus. Good night, everyone.
For our next act, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to one of the world's foremost violinists, direct from Vienna, Austria, Marie Grunner. She will be performing the Preludio to Partita No. 3 in E major by Johann Sebastian Bach.
I can never thank you two enough for all you've done. I am forever in your debt. So should you ever need me,
You have helped me many times, my friend. Now I help you.
I would do it again on a moment's notice. You're very lucky to have such a devoted and adoring niece.
as she has noted all too often. But truth be told, I cherish her very much. Just please don't mention that to her.
I think she already knows. Good night, Detective Dickson.
Dobry wieczór. Until next time, my friend.
I've just been informed that Emil Yeager has escaped. What you should know.
Has anyone called my uncle?
They tried, but no answers. Mine must be there.
I have to go. My uncle's in danger. Take me to David Street, now.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to finish what I started.
You'll never get away with it.
I don't care. You ended my life, and now I'm going to end yours.